for me like hand on my heart. I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
Replay. To win. Let's go. Wait, set. Wide, 80. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Slam, slam, slam. Check 9, check 9. Hey, 66.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Barkley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's get it.
At the 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Brady. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Brady. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the Giants send out their punter now. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Roethlisberger will throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Brady. Out to his left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Wait, that wide 20. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, check 24. Check, 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 check. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Not here. Hey, 72.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, second.
Now it's Barkley. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. First carry now for Jordan Howard. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Howard. And an alley to run. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And this one's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Easy, easy. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
50 aims the mic. Go 50 aims the mic. Now watch one, watch one. 50 aims the mic. 50 aims.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Jamie Collins gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Check three. Rip. Go.
Now Saquon Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Wait, set. Down 80. Down 80.
Shift. Check 13. Check 13.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Here's Switzer. Six 0 our score after one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We own it.
Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Heat these two.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Complete to Washington. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we?
He said, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, Brandon. Turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Jump. Check. Hey, 50's a Mike. Here we go.
Ozzie.
Now Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Mike's 57, 57's Mike.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got 3. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Left flag.
Now Roethlisberger. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. The connection made, it's Graham. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Roethlisberger now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down.
Hey.
They run with Howard. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Yeah. Mike 58, right there. In the face. Out. Alert. Double bump.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Let's go, defense. Out.
Hey, ball 66.
Check 49. Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
In his own end zone, it's Brady. Finds his tight end Ingram. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 40 now on second down. Roethlisberger. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there. First down.
Ready? Like 80.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
What we got? What we got? What we got? He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Ozzy! Ozzy!
Watch out, watch out.
Check it, reload!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping.
1250.
Shit, watch the shit.
On play action, now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Tight end Ringo. Tight end. Hey, check it. Ringo. 4 down, check. 4 down. Move. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this. Regular. Hey, alert. Mike's 50.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Wait 20. Don't get nervous.
Block time.
Alert.
Tight end right. Far down.
450.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on. You got double tight. 4 down.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah. We'll
find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You ain't got nothing.
Watch twist.
On the carry, it's Samuels. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Protein spill.
Running with Howard. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
I'm here all day. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check 24. Monday.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Giants' 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
50. Under 10. 10.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Steelers' 13-yard line.
Wait, that's 53. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Slam, slam, slam. Let's go on. No, 66. 50, my 50, my 50. Oh, yeah. 3D.
Here's Brady. That's complete to Slayton. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now the try here for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touch.
Back on 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again, it's Howard. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check 26, check 26. Watch twist.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flush to his right. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Go now. 58, hot.
On first down, they run with Howard.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Echo. Ready, go.
2nd and 6. It's caught outright by Graham. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Come on, set. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. 80 weapon, 80 weapon. Cut up. Ready.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Looking to throw. Love. And this one to Treadwell, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. from the gun. Love. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
James Washington. Touchdown, Steelers.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Now for the point after. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Throwing on second down, Brady. Catch made by Slayton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
52. Hey, exit. 52, come on. Here we go, here we go. Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the run, watch the run. Alert. 72.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Oh, some strong running. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A first down carry for Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And it's third down.
To throw, it's Brady. He's got Jack Doyle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go Bandit! 52.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Hey, my 7.
52, Mike 52. Man out, man out, man out.
Go Bandit!
To throw is Brady. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
52. 52, Mike 52. Go, go.
Watch the run, watch the run. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
52 is the Mike, boy. 50.
Hey, 66.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Darius Slayton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
They're going to run it with Barkley, and he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard
Let's
The
go,
Pittsburgh
let's go.
offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. To try again after the sack. Brady, he'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. A win would be their first of the young season. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He's going to let it fly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Jones now on 3rd and 2. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Jones now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. Off the bootleg. Jones over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on the jet across the road. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milk. was bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like.
Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost.
Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.